Hey guys, what is going on and welcome to another Fortnite Battle Royale video here on the channel, where today we had the version 39.10 update, meaning that we have some new weekly quests, some new things in the loot pool, some new map changes. There's just a lot going on. You might notice though, my skin looks a little bit odd, and that is because as of today, we also have the brand new collab in LEGO. The LEGO Ninjago collab has finally arrived here in Fortnite, so I'm playing as Lightning Master J, which is honestly pretty cool that I get to do that. Honestly, I was starting to question whether or not it would ever come to the game, but here it is now. So, in terms of our weekly quests then, last week, or in the first week I should say, we got given 7 quests by Miles Cross for Kickstart. Week 2 is also part of Kickstart, but there is not 7 quests this week, there is only 5. So, they do each have their own little message with them, but I'm not going to read the messages out. The quests are as follows: become a boss by collecting a defeated boss's token 3 times. That one is definitely the hardest one here. It is party assisted though, which makes it a little bit easier. Destroy 15 props with explosions, shouldn't be too bad. Eliminate 5 opponents with the twin hammer shotguns. It does say opponents, so guards, NPCs, bosses, they all count. Collect 3 weapons at painted palms, shouldn't be too hard. And then blow up a vehicle and sprint away. Really not a hard quest to do. Completing these gives you 60,000 XP, plus another 60,000 from your bonus goals, giving you 120,000 overall, which is a level and a half. But you may notice there on the minimap, Lethal Labs is the new location replacing InnoLoop Labs. That is because there has been a slight map change there. So without further ado, let's head into a match, head over there and see what's happened. So folks, you may notice down there the big black ball floating over Lethal Labs. That is the Dark Voyager's Cradle, which if you go near it, too near it and try to touch it, it will push you away. It has a big force field shield around it. Now, what's interesting is that it is staring at the 0 point shard, which obviously was floating here at InnoLoop Labs since the start of the season. But now that shard is slowly spinning. So, it's honestly interesting to see. Because does this mean that Epic are going to start doing like proper weekly map changes again, like they used to back in good old Chapter 1 days? Or is there a little bit more to this than just that? Is this going even further? Well, that's the question we don't yet know. But anyway, one thing I am going to show you guys now, because I don't think I've actually shown it on stream yet, is the actual particle accelerator that you can use to get around the map. Now, this particle accelerator does have a few entry points. One of them is obviously here at Lethal Labs. The other ones sort of, they're all nearby, but you can use these to teleport between 5 different points on the map. They're more sort of down the southeast side, so this is actually the furthest northwesterly point. Now, we're not actually going to use it because I just have a few little things to show you, which are interesting. One of them is that random ping. And I'm sure some of you might be wondering, what was that ping? Why have I just been revealed? Why have all the chests been revealed? Well, that is because of the Dark Voyager's Cube Cradle. It is revealing players in the Lethal Labs area, thus making the location live up to its namesake a little bit. It certainly has become more lethal, that is for certain. But the true question is can we survive without having to clear the area? Now, the other thing then that I want to mention that has been added as a potential change in this update is the actual shape of the storm itself. So as you can see there, we have got a circle in this one, but it won't always be a circle. Sometimes you will get a triangle as well. But that is currently on like a 0.1% chance. So before we leave, I just want to show you we do have a brand new end of match screen, which is honestly relatively interesting to look at. If you want to spectate people, you can still press X, so you can still spectate. But yeah, we do have a new end of lobby screen, which goes nicely with the rest of the UI changes that you can see in the lobby, which I'll mention in a moment. So folks, here we have the new social menu, which is quite a nice UI. It fits well with the rest of the new UIs that we've had over the past year or so. And then there is also a new Discovery tab UI as well for different game modes, where you can click on it and it'll show it you in a new stylization, which is honestly quite cool. And I pulled this one up just to let you guys know, OG Season 7 is also now out, as well as the Lego Ninjago. I will be covering them here on the channel. If you want to see stuff about those, then please make sure to go watch those videos either later today or tomorrow. But anyway, let's go see if we can make some more progress on our Battle Royale quests. So folks, it is worth noting as well, don't forget that you can still get a surf launch. Like, it's not always guaranteed to be the battle bus, you can still get the surf in. I honestly really enjoy the surf in, and especially now that they've changed it so that it actually flings you up higher, so that way you actually can get to places that you might want to go to, is honestly just a nice touch. So I guess we're going to head over to Painted Palms. It's also worth noting that you might notice this when we fling up in a second, but the Dark Voyager's Cube Cradle is not always at Lethal Labs. It can move about still. It's just when it's hovering over Lethal Labs that it has that shield around it and the pulse ability, but it won't always be there. So do keep that in mind. So, just how easy is it to collect 3 weapons at Painted Palms? Literally, one of the easiest quests I've ever seen, actually. Like, floor loot and chests, you should be able to get it within 10 seconds of landing, even if people have landed in the location. Unless you're landing directly on people, it's really not that difficult of a quest to do. There is also Miles Cross here, so if you do manage to farm up some gold, you can hire him. Obviously, gold does reset in between games now, which is slightly annoying, but yeah, in theory, you might be able to get that one done. But at the same time, you might also get yourself killed. So folks, I also do want to clarify, you can kind of see when the bosses jump out, because they come out in like a golden comet like there. Problem is it's kind of hard to track them because the actual comet trail sort of disappears quite quickly. So it's kind of hard to follow the bosses, but it is possible to do, as you can see here. And then obviously once you follow the boss, all you have to do is kill them and then pick up the special medallion to become a boss. The only sad thing for me is that does mean that I now lose my lovely, what's it called? Ninjago skin. But it does automatically fill your shield and health to max, which is cool. It obviously also expands them to 125. You obviously cannot drop that hero token though once you've picked it up, which is an important thing to think about. But yeah, you got to do that 3 times for this quest, so it might be a slightly annoying quest, but out of all of them, I think that is probably the only one that is actually a problem. The others, relatively easy to do. And that's one thing that I think Epic have done a lot more recently, is just they don't seem to want to make quests too nasty anymore. Which in a way is good, because it does mean that all of a sudden you don't have the problem of being stuck on the same quest for God knows how long. Wait, I'm going to try something, because the ATK in my mind is a vehicle, but does it count for that quest? I'm going to assume it probably doesn't. No, it doesn't. Right. I guess we'll go and find ourselves a vehicle, shall we? So we're going to kill this guy with the dual shotguns. Honestly, I think the dual shotguns are an easy weapon to get kills with. They're not particularly difficult to use. It's just the case that you have got to do those kills. But one thing I am noticing, the whole of this place, Latte Landing, doesn't have a single vehicle. And that's just it. I'm finding vehicles sometimes are really hard to find in Chapter 7. I don't know what you guys think. If you agree with me on that, let me know in the comments. But if you're finding a load of vehicles, also let me know. But they seem to be a lot more sparsely located. Some named locations don't even have a single vehicle in, which is really odd. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of that down below in the comments. Are you having the same issue? So folks, even after 3 games, I've not even found a vehicle to blow up. So like, I don't know. Maybe that quest might be a little bit more annoying than I thought. As for destroying props with explosions, I've not even found any explosives, like grenades and stuff. Which is unusual, because I was finding a load of them before today's update. Maybe they've just changed the loot pool to make certain things harder, which makes these quests indirectly harder, which is annoying. But anyway, week 3, we will get some quests next week from Cat Holloway. We still have no confirmation of any story quests. There doesn't appear to be any, but obviously there might be some following Winterfest. But for now, stay tuned. That's it for Fortnite Battle Royale. Like I say, if you want to check out OG Season 7 or the LEGO Odyssey Ninjago update, then please go and check out those videos. That will be on my channel either later today or tomorrow. But with all that in mind, guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you found it informative, enjoyable, and fun to watch as always, and I'll see you all in the next one.